Hey everyone, welcome to the YOSHICAST. I'm Yoshi. Today is Tuesday, July 24th, 2018, and this is episode 10 of Bag Board. Yoshi! Thank you guys for joining me this week on Bag Board. I want to apologize. I don't have the contest I mentioned in the last episode ready for this episode. I really wanted to do it. This is episode 10 of Bag Board. I just got 100 subscribers to my YouTube channel, and I wanted to celebrate, and I wanted to give away a comic. And I wanted to make it really easy for everybody to enter and participate, and I didn't get the chance to put it all together. Unfortunately, my wife had an unexpected surgery last week, and that just sucked up all the time I had set aside to work on this. But my wife is doing great. Everybody's home. Everything is fine, and hopefully I can have the contest ready for the next episode of Bag Board. So I apologize for that, but it is coming, so just hang on tight. In the meantime, let's just bag board the books I got this week. I got some really cool books, and I've been looking forward to this. I'm really excited to bag these books this week. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first book we're going to bag and board this week is issue number 1 of The Cosmic Ghost Rider. We'll go ahead and throw this under the other camera here so you can get a better look at it. So Cosmic Ghost Rider is a book I saw at my comic book store. It came out 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I saw it on New Comic Book Day, I'm sure. And I saw it on the shelf there, and I looked at it and I stared at it, but it didn't click with me. It didn't click why I should be interested in this book. I looked at it from the Ghost Rider perspective and thinking, you know what, I want to collect those first 25 issues of the original Ghost Rider and see if I even like the character as much as I think I will before I put any more money down on anything Ghost Rider. So fast forward a couple weeks, I'm listening to the podcast my comic book store puts out. It's called The Comics Place puts out a podcast, and in that they talked about The Cosmic Ghost Rider. And they spoiled The Cosmic Ghost Rider. And what they said was so amazing to me that I still wanted to buy the book and read it. This is why I have Cosmic Ghost Rider in front of me. And this is what didn't click with me, which I'm sure a lot of you who have bought this book are screaming at your screens now. The Cosmic Ghost Rider is the Punisher. If you look at the font, Ghost Rider, it's in the Punisher font. Most of the covers show the Punisher insignia on this guy's chest, and it just didn't click with me. My store had a bunch of the normal covers of this book. By the time I heard this podcast and got in, they were gone. All they had was this one variant cover issue, and I went ahead and picked it up. I did some research online. There are a bunch of covers for this book, and some of them are selling from online comic book shops for like $70+. This is not eBay. These are the comic book shops selling it for this much. I like to have all the covers generally, but I wasn't too thrilled with any of the art on any of these covers. The story, what I heard of the story, is why I wanted to pick up this book. Now, I warn you, I'm going to spoil this, just like it was spoiled for me, but I still love this book. This book is worth the $3.99 price tag. This book is going into a second printing, so if you missed it, you can still pick it up in a week or so when it comes out in a second printing. It is such a fun ride. The art in this is fun. The writing in it is fast. I flew through this book, and I wish I had the second issue. I'm going to be picking up the second issue because it was that good. The first couple pages of this kind of explain the history behind Frank Castle, everything he did from the beginning, why he became the Punisher, all the way on through stuff that I have no clue about. I'm not even in that realm yet. I haven't read enough Punisher to understand it. In fact, I think the first 100 issues and all the jumping across to other comic book properties that the Punisher did doesn't even cover half the stuff this book covers in the first 3 pages, and they are not heavy reads. This went by like this. This is anybody, even me, was able to pick up this book and just know what is going on and why we're here and go. The Punisher has died. He has literally been brought back from hell. We pick up with him. He's in Valhalla. He's talking to Odin, who after Frank explains Frank Castle, the Punisher, explains, you brought me back, but my family is still dead. Odin kind of feels like he made a mistake, and he needs to correct this and just sweep it under the rug and get him out of here. So he imbues Frank Castle with the spirit of vengeance with Ghost Rider, making him Cosmic Ghost Rider, and says, you can go anywhere you want, I'll help you, do whatever you want, just fix the wrong that has happened in the world. And he starts talking to himself, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Punisher, whatever you want to call him, he's talking to himself. He's like, why has nobody thought of this or done this before now? Odin sends him back in time at his request. He meets baby Thanos and attempts to kill him, which is amazing. The story is so much fun. It is so fast. It is so epic, and the art complements it so well. I can't stress that enough. This book is nothing but win. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. It's a $3.99 book. They could have sold it to me for $10, and I would have been happy because the story was so good. The art, I won't call the art great. The art fits the story well, though. It's fast, it's fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it, and I highly recommend it. If you've got some time and some money to spare and you want to read a book, this one is fun. I don't think you can go wrong with this. It's great. I noticed something as I was reading this book. The staples in this thing are huge, and I don't know if this is a change Marvel has done. I don't know if it was just Cosmic Ghost Rider got special staples. I don't know. I don't read enough or buy enough modern books to know that this is something that's happened, but these staples are huge. These staples, it's not that they're physically big, they're just longer. Like a normal comic book, this is made to hold a bunch of pages, and I wonder if that has to do with things like blank covers, where they have a comic book, they wrap the blank cover around the cover A of the book, and those blank books are thicker. So maybe it's just cheaper to have switched the entire line of Marvel books over to bigger staples, longer staples to handle the thicker stock that's required for these blank covers. Maybe it's for books that have more than the standard, what is it, 23 pages in a comic. I don't know. It was interesting. I found it really interesting, and I found myself wondering if over time those bigger staples were going to rub on the comic art on those middle pages or not. It's very interesting, and I don't know. I'm going to talk to my comic book shop about it and just try and learn more, because that's a change. That's a change to the book, to the books that I hadn't noticed, and now I'm noticing, and it's interesting. But yeah, this is a great book. This is a great read. I imagine, like other second printings of late, that when Cosmic Ghost Rider issue number 1 gets a second printing, it's going to have different art on it. And I might just pick that up too, just because the art will be fun, and I just dig this book. So yeah, guys, this is Cosmic Ghost Rider issue number 1, one of the tons of variant covers. Strongly encourage you guys to read it, because it was fun. It was definitely worth the cover price. It's $4, $3.99. This was a limited edition variant, so I paid a little bit more for it, but this is definitely worth the $3.99 price tag. And if you get a chance to read it, you should do so. So next up, I have issue 83 of Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. And the quote on it is that this issue has everything. And yes, this is part of the books I'm collecting that tie in with the Punisher story. If you can see right here, the Punisher's right here. It says, "And the Trial of the Punisher. So what are you waiting for? Buy it." And here it is, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 83. Got this because this ties into the original Punisher story run. And yeah, here we have The Amazing Spider-Man 353, guest starring the Punisher and Darkhawk. And this is The Amazing Spider-Man 353, guest starring the Punisher and Darkhawk. Round Robin, The Sidekick's Revenge, part 1 of 6. Last up this week, I have a beautiful cover here, and I think my first Daredevil book, Daredevil 184. That is a beautiful cover. Again, this ties into the original Punisher run, which is why I got it. I think it's my first Daredevil book. So let's go ahead and bag and board this guy up. And here it is, Daredevil, Man Without Fear, issue 184. Thing just looks pretty darn good. So you'll be able to find a list and links to all the bags and boards and gloves and tape and all the good stuff I use to bag and board my books every week down below in the show notes. Thank you guys so very much for joining me. Again, I apologize for not getting the contest in order. I'm hoping to have that ready for the next episode of Bag and Board. And until then, take care, and I'll catch you later.